tried every event for the Olympics. Tried that pole vault. I drove that sucker right into the ground. I did a good thing, though. I straightened out those uneven parallel bars. Broad jump, killed her. Oh, sorry, I'm sweating, but if I don't, I'll explode. My favorite thing is when you go over to someone's house and you're fat, they overcompensate. Oh, come on in, Louie, and sit down here on this concrete sofa. Or the reinforced steel lawn furniture. Do what I do, head right for that wicker. Oh, boy. People say, Louie, why do you do those fat jokes? Because if I didn't, you guys would sit out there and go, do you think he knows he's that big? Like I woke up one morning, oh, no. Honey, get in here. I am from Minnesota. Any Minnesotans? Could I get a ride home with you? Oh, where would we put them? I love Minnesota. We go back every year. It's a great outdoor state. Do a lot of camping. Of course, when I go camping, the bears put their food up in the trees. I had that very strict Midwestern upbringing, a very strict father, the kind of guy who hates everybody. You know, my dad, we'd be in the family car driving down the street. He'd spot somebody walking down the street that was a little different. Oh, he'd slow that car down. Look at that. For crying out loud. Get my rifle. Or he would say things that made no sense to you when you were a kid. He'd be driving, the traffic would get rough. You know, if I was the last person on Earth, some moron would turn left in front of me. And when he'd say that, too, if I was the last person, you'd always turn to your brother and go, wish he was, don't you? My dad, I heard that, damn it. You kids want to walk home from here? Well, yeah, it's only a block. Don't get smart with me, or I'll drive you 10 damn miles and drop you off. That's how far I had to walk to school every damn day. And my brother would chime in, and you didn't have any shoes either, did you, Dad? I don't want you to get the wrong impression of my father. He never hit us. Carried a gun. Well, he never shot it. He just go. Very effective, all I loved hassling my parents. I had a younger brother, of course. That's the easiest way. Because you don't have to hit them or anything. You just get up in the morning, you go down to breakfast. You look across the table. You do this. You do that, you'll hear this every time. Mom, Louie's looking at me again. And you love that because you go, oh, is it against the law to look at people? Look at Mom, does this bother you? You keep it up, all of a sudden you hear. Is he home today? Does he not?
No more. Billions and billions of miles.
For that. Johnny.
Look, tell you what. Thank you. Come on now. Look, wait a second. Do I come to your job and create a scene? What a business we're in. You haven't done anything. You walk out and
They
people
love you.
applaud, yeah. For example, what do you do? The gentleman second. What do you do for a living?
I take care of your roof.
You take care of my roof? 500 people. I get the guy who takes care of the roof. Wouldn't it be nice you come to work Monday and you just show up and people go, hey, man's gonna fix a roof. Anyway, one guy fixes the roof. Anyway, you should have kept applauding because apparently some poison tsetse flies have escaped from Jim Fowler's khaki shorts. So, wow.
I mean,
Zoot suit, huh? You're a vision of loveliness. Isn't this a beautiful day today?
Yes.
Days like this, I hark back to my youth on the plains of Nebraska. That's right. And I remember my very first girlfriend, Bertha the Refrigerator Ginsburg. Bertha was big. They had a nearby truck route. They had a sign that says, caution, Bertha crossing, but you know. Anyway, the president, for those of you, by the way, who missed the summit, don't worry. The best of the summit, I understand, is going to be out on video cassette in time for Christmas. There were 3,000 reporters, journalists, television reporters from all over the world in Geneva, and one of them was Ronald Reagan Jr. Hard to take Ron Jr. seriously. He wore a hat with an upturned brim, a little press card that said, Cub Reporter. Anyway, I understand on his flight back to Moscow, Gorbachev went into the men's room, and Jesse Jackson was waiting for him and said, and another thing, how come there are no blacks in the Kremlin? That's what Jesse said. Anyway, they haven't given out a lot of information exactly to what took place. I guess the president said that they agreed to meet again, but apparently the news that did come out, it looks pretty good for our side. Apparently Reagan got the Russian military to agree to buy their toilet seats from the Pentagon. $600 a throw. And the Russian leader has agreed to come to Washington next summer. Television networks are getting ready for it already. I can see it. Dynasty 3, the Gorbachevs. How long a trip is it to Russia? Do you have any idea? How many hours?
Long trip.
The president apparently is suffering from jet lag. He left a wake-up call for 1988. No. Now, one of the first things Reagan did when he got back was to check the mileage on his limousine to see if George Bush had been driving it without his permission. George... You remember when the president's over there, George is really kind of, I guess,
Sure.
He's not the acting president, but he's in charge here, and George had a wild time in the Oval Office while the Reagans were in, he picked the lock on the TV and watched the Playboy channel. Anyway, today was good news if you happen to invest in the stock market. Yeah, it hit an all-time high. What was it, 1,400, something like that? I'm not really in the stock market. I have a wizard of a financial manager I've talked about before, Bombastic Bushkin. Very shrewd. He has all my money tied up in designer tambourines for gypsy yuppies. I knew that wouldn't get much, but I like the sound of it, so I tried it. Little show business news, it's kind of sad. George Burns, comedy week was canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. George says he's so disgusted he will not do another TV series for at least 10 years. He's 90 years old, right?
Yeah.
This business is cruel. George has to start his career all over again next week on Star Search. Here's the great news item of the day. McDonald's, the McDonald's, or the artist, is testing McCharge.
Yeah.
Have you read about this?
Yeah.
A McDonald's charge card.
Yeah.
A credit card for McDonald's. Now, that's a way to impress a girl. Hey, you go in, you buy a Big Mac. Hey, Raoul, we'll put it on my tab. McDonald's? I would personally find it humiliating to have to show 2 ideas to a guy with bad skin working at the Fat Fry. But the nice thing about it, in a few years, you can work your way up to a McDonald's Gold Card, which does put a ceiling on the number of McNuggets you can buy.
Yeah.
I was in McDonald's today. I got one of those cards, yes. I ordered a hamburger, and I says, put it on my credit card. It was so small, it covered it. I'm just kidding.
Just a joke. Joke.
Nice big hamburger. We got a good show. We have, as I said, Mr. Jim Fowler with us tonight. With some unusual... Jim, of course. Jim, as you know, for many years worked with Marlon Perkins on Wild Kingdom.
Right.
Jim was the one who did the heavy-duty work.
Right.
You know, Marlon would be saying, while Jim is down the river worming the giant water buffalo, I'll be here in the tent explaining to Leilani why she needs Mutual Omaha's complete coverage. And a young comedian who does a wonderful piece of mime for you tonight. His name is Marty Polio. Yeah. Marty is with us, and a gentleman I think you'll really enjoy. It's he does Latin rhythms. It's salsa, which is polyrhythmic stuff. Great singer. Reuben Blades is with us tonight. So stay where you are, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you. Got to sew a button on my vest tonight. I got to look my best because Lulu's back in town. Isn't that what that is?
That's it. Yeah.
Lulu's back in town. All right, my first guest is now officially the host of Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom, a television series which is syndicated. He is the president of the Center for Wildlife Education in New York and the director of the Explorers Club, and a frequent guest on this show, and rightfully so, because he's always entertaining and has some amusing animals who will do things, we hope. Would you welcome Mr. Jim Fowler? Easy, easy, easy. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Now, congratulations, first of all. You're now officially the host. Does that mean Marlon has retired completely? I talked about him the other night. He was doing a thing on a radio about news, animal news or something.
I don't think Marlon's ever going to retire.
Yeah.
He's really has staying power.
He's a remarkable gentleman. We
He's a
kid
real
him a
fighter.
lot on the show, you know, and I talk
Yeah,
about
I know.
you're down there doing the heavy-duty stuff, and Marlon's in the tent. Does he mind that?
No, he doesn't mind that. He understands that that's the highest form of flattery, I think.
That is, I'm glad you
But
mentioned that, because we have tonight, before we get with the animals, we have a piece of film here that I'm going to thank these people first. It's a takeoff on the show, and we got it from Joe Siegman Productions, and it's a clip from the show called Good News, Bad News. And the actors in it are Gary Muldeer, Jimmy Martinez, and Biff Maynard as Marvin Parkins. We thought you might like to see this little takeoff on Wild Kingdom. Would you watch the monitors?
Not so long ago, great herds of wild winos roamed here by the thousands. But all that's changed now. The wild wino is virtually disappearing.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Mercilessly hunted for their valuable coats.
Hey, come back here.
They may have become extinct had it not been for one man.
Hello, Gary.
Marvin Parkins, who established a series of federally protected wino preserves. I accompanied Marvin as he attempted to capture an elusive prize derelict.
The key to a successful capture lies in being inconspicuous. If a wild wino even suspects he is being stalked, he'll take off running just as fast as he can. Some mature winos have been known to run 20 to 30 feet before passing out. Look, there's one now. Oh, he's a big one. Just look at that beautiful mane.
Wow, my first wino hunt, just like I thought it would be.
This is a tranquilizing dart gun. Now, I'll probably have only one chance for a shot before he charges and demands a handout, so wish me luck.
Can you spare a...
We've got him. That'll knock him out for just a few hours, because the dose is not lethal. I don't think. Be careful, Gary. There's nothing more dangerous than a wounded wino.
To track his migration, Marvin attaches a small tag to the wino's ear. Then it's on to the Jeep to take him to his new home.
This wild wino is fast asleep now, Gary, but he'll be up and around in a few hours with a terrible hangover and a breath you wouldn't believe.
Here we are, Beverly Hills, Mr. Wino's new home. Looks like a good place.
I'll try to bring him around, Gary. Luckily, we left the wine bottle in his pocket. He's coming around now.
Yeah.
He'll be disoriented for a moment. Go on, boy.
He'll be happy here, where people will mistake him for an eccentric millionaire.
Another fine job by Marvin Parkins, whose motto is, "We will take no wino before it's time."
That's very funny. Okay. I had not seen that before. That's very funny. The actors were Gary Mule Jimmy Martinez, and Biff Maynard as Marvin Parkins. That's a good take-off.
We have tagged a few things over the years, I must say.
The vanishing
That's pretty
wino.
wild. Yeah, that's
Okay, you want to go out and get our
I've got
first
something-
animal guest tonight?
Right, good.
I don't know what he's got tonight. While Jim is backstage. Boy, that is beautiful.
I'll show you this because yeah,
It's
this
some
is
kind of
one-
fox, I would guess.
This is one we've never tagged, but it's a very unusual one. Just take a look at this guy, huh, Johnny?
Is it all right?
Yeah, he's fine.
Is this a fox?
I think he'll walk up on your desk in a moment.
All right.
But this is a Arctic fox. You don't
that a-
see these very often in
Is that a-
handable in captivity.
Is that a beautiful animal?
Isn't that beautiful?
Only in the Arctic? Are
Yeah,
these?
just let him, now he'll investigate everything because
Okay.
foxes are pretty smart and they have an excellent sense of smell. So he'll probably come over and check you out and everything about you. Well, I'm not sure. What do you have in there? I'm not
It's
sure.
tea, it's tea.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure I want.
Tea with a little lemon. Is lemon okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's great. But you can see him. You can hold him if you'd like, because
they
he's
don't-
very handleable. This is
They
used
don't,
in
they don't
the.
kill these for furs, do they?
Well, you know, they are harvesting these, so to speak.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
They should not do that.
but yeah. That's all right. He's fine. Just pet him and he'll be great. He hasn't bitten anybody yet that I know of.
Thank you.
He's been used in the docent program at the Kansas City Zoo.
Really?
And they take him to school programs and
Isn't that gorgeous?
beautiful animal. He's getting his white fur. You know, they turn white in the wintertime.
Right.
Stay gray in the summer.
Oh, these just
But he's a
beautiful
beautiful
animals. No,
animal.
these they should not.
Yeah.
They shouldn't kill wild animals like this for fur coats anymore. Those days should
Not
be
really.
past.
It's not necessary anymore.
No, you can get artificial fur.
And let me show you the. I'll let him walk. He probably wants to walk around a while and check out. But Johnny, I was in the Arctic not long
Yeah.
ago. Now watch how he checks his environment.
Yeah.
These animals follow along the polar bears, and they're amazing survivalists.
Right.
They're in this temperature that's 30 below zero.
Phew.
The Arctic fox can follow around and get little tidbits that the polar bear leaves behind.
Yeah.
But these we found 60 to 70 miles out in the pack ice in that
Yeah.
incredible fireman.
Don't let him drink out of Ed's cup, or he will turn brown again for the summer. We'll take a break. We're coming back, so stay where you are. He's a beautiful animal. All right. Thank you for the... Once again, here is Jim Fowler. All right.
Hold it. Here we go. Whoops, whoop. Wait a minute. Come on back. Come on. Here we go.
What the hell is that?
Maybe we better keep you on the floor. Johnny,
It's a bear of some
yeah,
kind.
this is a very unusual bear. This is called a sloth bear, and it's from India. And you very seldom see these handleable in the United States. By the way, this... oh, come on.
He's doing the Jane Fonda workout.
This eats more people in India than tigers do, by the way.
These eat people?
Yeah, this does. It's very aggressive.
Well,
But, if you'll hand that food back here, I think you're going to have to give me...
smell?
It, well, it's not me, I guarantee you. It's not me. If you'll hand the food over here,
What
Johnny.
food? What food?
That, yeah,
This?
that stuff in the bag. You got to put that in the plate.
What?
Actually, this bear is quite hungry.
Well,
as you
yeah,
can
no
see.
kidding.
That grass spray, yeah.
I'll give him anything he
All
wants.
right, here, move your... Oh, over a little bit. There we go. Now watch the way he uses his mouth here. It's very unusual.
He's snorting it.
That's right. He has a mouth like a vacuum sweeper. And be careful not to get too close to him while he's eating.
Boy, he stinks.
Come on, that's...
Woo.
Well, this is a custom of being out in the open air. You know?
I can see why.
You can see why. This, Johnny, there are more and more zoos.
Where's
Now,
this?
take it easy.
Where's this one come from?
Well, there are more and more zoos using these in educational programs. Using that. Yeah, put some more in there. Here, don't show him the bag. Put that right in there. They're more and
He stinks and he's messy.
more zoos are using sloth bears in educational programs. This
Yeah.
comes from the Sunset Zoo in
Right.
Manhattan, Kansas.
Uh-huh.
I happened to run across this a couple of weeks ago and thought it was the ideal for the
Can you
for
hear
the
him?
show.
He's
By the way, yeah,
he's like a vacuum cleaner. He's just...
you got the, yeah.
Is this from India?
From India and Southeast Asia. This was also found in Vietnam. But I think as a result of your show, Johnny, and the way you... the way, well, listen, we can move him out if you got a problem.
No problem.
If you hold him, you won't think
I don't want to
about
hold
that.
him, Jim. Why do you hold him, Jim?
You'll forget about what he
No,
smells
I don't want to
like if
hold
you
him.
hold him.
You said he eats people.
But anyway, this bear, we've done a couple of films on Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom on the sloth bear.
All right, that's all we got.
Fascinating
That's it.
animal.
That's
And,
it. That's it. So that's it. Tell him. Jim, tell him that's
I
it.
know. I think he wants some more. There we go. Come on. If you'll just don't take the plate away from him.
I'm not going to take the plate away from him. I'm not going to do anything.
Anyway, Mutual of Omaha, you know, we've been on now 24 years, and I just want to say, Marlon is a great guy. He's going to be with us. And
Oh, great.
Of course, Mutual has good staying power, too, to have kept us on all these years.
Well,
So does this sloth bear.
Well, I thank you, and I thank you for bringing him, Jim, and take him out and give him a bath. What do you do? Do you try to bite Jim?
You don't know, you just don't want to take his food away.
Oh, I'm not going to. Okay, thank you, Jim.
Okay.
See you soon.
That is an industrial strength odor.
You think I'm kidding, folks?
Oh.
That bear has a definite aroma. This bear's going to be alone a long time. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. What a... Whoa, whoa. I'm always glad when we get a Friday night up crowd like this when a new comedian makes his first appearance. And he is making his first appearance on national television. Marty works out at both the Hollywood Improv and the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach. And he will be at the Improvisation in San Diego for a week starting the 10th of December. Would you welcome Marty Polio? Marty?
I hate it when that happens. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Bears were a kick, huh? The animals. You like pets? Yeah, yeah. I don't have much luck with them. Last week, all the fish in my terrarium died, and. So I'm tired of these wimpy pets. I went out and I bought a pet lion. You know, it's kind of an indestructible pet, but now I got to take him to church every Sunday. Just got to eat. Some historians here. Well, if you notice, a lot of people won't laugh at that joke because they figure they'll go to hell. For those of you who did laugh at it, I'm afraid you are going to hell. So it's a good decision. Well, my parents probably don't like me doing that joke. They're very conservative. They don't even like me in this business. And quite frankly, it's kind of tough being seen as an actor in this town. And recently I was thinking about stopping for at least a little while, getting another 9 to 5. But then I thought real hard about the way it used to be for me.